We have a minor upgrade with this microphone, and I think it's a great drinking game to count the number of times I accidentally whack it. Hi everyone, and welcome to my booktube channel. I'm C1 and I love to read. As you can tell from the title, today's video is popular books or series that I DNF. Before we begin, I do want to give the disclaimer that these are just my opinions and my tastes. And if one of these books is an absolute favorite of yours, that's completely okay. I'm not here to attack you. I'm not here to poo-poo your favorite thing. We all have different tastes and preferences, and I think that's one of the things that makes reading beautiful. That being said, let's begin. My first book is Haunting Adeline by D.H. Carlton. This is a dark romance about a girl named Adeline and her stalker. This was my first foray into dark romance, and I really didn't like it. I don't know if it's just this book or if this is kind of the trend that all dark romances follow, but I found the violence against women really gratuitous. I found the sexual assault really gratuitous. I thought that it romanticized abuse, and I mean, I understand that that's the whole point, but I really it wasn't my thing. I hated it. I also disliked the character of Adeline. I thought that she was kind of whiny. I disliked that she would decline offers for help and then go back home alone and complain about how unsafe she felt when her friend said, "Do you want me to stay with you or do you want to come to mine?" And she just said no and then went away and complained about how she's alone. I found that really annoying. The whole first half of the book is just Adeline being scared for her life, which is kind of boring after a while, honestly. And I also found the fact that she finds this diary that belonged to a great-grandmother or whatever. And it turns out that her great-grandmother also had a stalker, and she's reading these pages and feeling more freaked out because of the parallels between her current situation and her relative's situation. And I just thought the diary thing was really gimmicky, like it was there to spook Adeline further, and I didn't think it was necessary. I bought this on Audible with my monthly credit, and I will be returning it. Next book is a series, and it is the From Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I read 2 or 3 of these with my best friend, and props to her because she's still reading them, but I DNF'd them because 2 or 3 books is too many. These books are about a girl named Poppy who is not like other girls because she's the maiden, she's the chosen, she's all virginal and pure, and she wears a veil because she has to save her purity, and it's super ick. The main guy, his name is Hawk, which first of all is a dumb name. Second of all, of course, he turns out to be this dark princeling. He kidnaps Poppy, runs away with her, and then the second book is just her asking questions because she's been thrown into this world, this situation that she doesn't know anything about, and everyone around her saying, "You're really annoying, shut up." And these books are so long. They're really, really long. And nothing happens for most of the book. They're so long and plotting, and I hate the characters, and I hate the plot, and I only read as many as I did because I'm a sucker for enemies to lovers. But I would take these books back if I could and unread them. That's all. The next item on my list is also a series. It's the Serpent and Dove books by Shelby Mahurin. These are about a witch and a witch hunter, and it's a forced proximity, enemies to lovers, forced marriage romance. These books are so convoluted. The first one was okay. I enjoyed it. The second one I enjoyed until the end, and it turned out that there was going to be more book. So I didn't read the third one because I just felt like it was going on unnecessarily long. There were so many points at which it could have been wrapped up, and it wasn't. I really was not invested in these characters. I didn't like them enough to want to read more. Also, this is really random, but in order to like get out of trouble and stuff, the main character has this song that she sings called Big Titty Liddy. And it's just so strange and random and cringe. And it happens multiple times. She uses this as a distraction multiple times. That's her like go-to get out of jail free card. So yeah, in conclusion, it went on too long and I didn't care about anyone. Now my last book is sure to ruffle some feathers because I know so many people love it, but it's Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I love dragons. I will read anything with dragons in it. However, I just found this book so aggressively mediocre. The writing is solid. It's good writing. But it was just every fantasy book that I've ever read. There was nothing surprising. There was nothing really interesting or unique or new. Also, the main character is chronically ill, and the only reason seems to be to make her seem more cute and fragile and delicate compared to the main guy, Xander, who is like described as this hulking 6'4" wall of muscle. And I hated her because her fragile, tiny smallness and delicateness was like a personality trait. A lot of the disabled people I know talk about their disability a lot because it is part of their identity, but it's not who they are. It's not their main personality trait. And I just thought it was insulting, the fact that she is like being disabled is like one of her main character traits, even though she's like in Dragon Rider Academy and like it's a badass thing that she's doing. There's something about it that gave me the ick. I couldn't stand it. That being said, if you love fantasy and will read anything with like the same kind of plot, same kind of tropes, and just devour the same thing over and over and over again because that's your jam and that's what you love, you will love this book. I would also recommend it to people who are dipping a toe into fantasy, especially high fantasy, people who don't read a lot of fantasy but would like to read more. I would recommend this book. I think that the book has its merits, unlike Blood and Ash, but it wasn't for me. So that is it for this video. I'm sure I ruffled some feathers there, especially with Fourth Wing, but these are my honest opinions, and it's my channel. So that's all for this video. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!